My name is Alina and I'm a family doctor, and I'm currently living in Kamloops, BC. I was born in British Columbia but moved at a young age to Saskatoon and grew up in Saskatoon. And I attended the University of Saskatchewan, and that's where I went to medical school. I graduated from medical school in 1991 and did my family practice training also in Saskatchewan. There's really a lot of things that have turned out to be very good about Kamloops, which we didn't know. I mean, lots that we didn't know till we moved here. We do enjoy the climate has been good. The people are extremely friendly. It's easy to get around Kamloops. There's lots of different roads, so there's very little traffic congestion. I really love the fact that there's hardly any mosquitoes, so being people who enjoy the outdoors, that's remarkably nice, because both Calgary and Saskatoon were plagued with mosquito infestations. So that's been good. The town has basically everything you need as far as your basic shopping. It has very good running track, which we're interested in, swimming pools, indoor swimming pool. It's got a university which brings young people to town, which keeps the town modern and more diversified. There's also a symphony, there's live theater, there's a ski hill about 40 minutes from town, so that again brings people to town, and it's a nice place to go either to ski or in the summer for mountain biking. And well, the list goes on. I work in a family practice where there's between 6 to 8 doctors who are in and out of the clinic, and it's a very nice clinic, a very collegial atmosphere. We get together for our own little education sessions. There's always somebody else in the clinic if you want to run down, especially for somebody new settling into a town. There's always questions about, well, who's the referral patterns, where do you send somebody for various counseling or mental health issues, or who are the specialists in town. So it's really nice when you move to a new place to work with a group of doctors. When I was living in Saskatoon, I did a lot of care of older adults, and so I have set up my practice here with a lot of older adults. That was my choice to set up a practice like that here, so you certainly wouldn't have to. There's plenty of young people in town, so if you wanted a practice that was more doing sports medicine or looking after younger adults or doing obstetrics, those opportunities would definitely be available here. Typical day is basically, of course, get up and do the acreage chores, and then usually either head up to the clinic. Occasionally I would have to go up to the hospital or to hospice. And then most of my day is spent in my clinic, as what would be typical for a family practice. I am involved in teaching residents, so there are young doctors in the clinic as well, which brings always a challenge to your practice and an interest to your practice. And then at the end of the day, well, I might go to the gym, or I might come home and do some stuff with my horses, or we might go for a bike ride, go for a walk, those types of things. Motorbiking was another one of our hobbies, so finding somewhere where we could accommodate the horses and excellent motorbiking did pose to be a little bit of a challenge when we were shopping around for somewhere to relocate. Kamloops it's a hub, it's a crossroad, so several major highways come through here, and which means there's several major roads to leave on. There's lots of very interesting pavement roads to ride, very twisting and going over through the mountains up and down, and there's also lots of off-road motorbiking if one's inclined to do that as well. And the other thing is that Kamloops is really quite close to Vancouver, so if you want to go down to Vancouver either on the bike and therefore reach all the roads down in the States, it's easy to do that. It's also easy if you just want to go down to Vancouver for a weekend. It's only a pretty easy, straightforward 3 to 3.5 hour drive, and you can also get into the States very quickly. So that's been really good for us. Connecting with Health Match BC is definitely worthwhile because it does give you that one-stop place to really get as a jumping off point. I believe that I first fell upon that site in late 2011 or 2012 when we were first sort of entertaining the idea of another move. And I found it very useful as a place to see all the various opportunities within BC.